Básico 1, aula 24 ou quarta do segundo mês, reading passage, Cindy's going to Salvador. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ghislaine.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
Fine. And you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for asking. Tainá, is everything all right?
Yes, teacher.
Good.
Okay. Yes.
Good to
And
know
you?
that. I'm all right, thanks. Regina, how are you?
Hi, teacher. How are you? I'm
Very
fine.
well. That's good to know. Good.
Good.
Okay.
Very good.
All right. Let me ask you a question. Did we finish the reading passage that we were talking about yesterday? Tag me.
Yes.
Good.
Now is correct the exercise.
Okay. So let me open that so that we can correct the exercise and start a new material that I have already.
Number 3.
Okay. Give me just a sec. Okay. Number 3.
3.
Okay. Okay. Let me share my screen with you so you can see it. Eric is here, Marcy is here, everyone is here, so we can really start the class. Okay. Okay. You said we stopped at number 3.
Number 5.
Number 5?
Oops.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Yes, the main
Well,
idea
yes.
of this
maybe,
story.
yeah, maybe you took a nap in the middle of the class session and you
Yeah.
missed number 4.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that happens.
Yes.
Okay.
No problem.
So, okay, let's do it as we were doing yesterday. For instance, Tainá, you're going to read question number 5, read the 4 possible answers, and ask Ghislaine to answer it, please. And then Ghislaine, you do the same and with number 6 and ask Regina to do it, all right?
What is the main idea of this story? A. Ryan is a I don't know.
Huge fan.
Ryan is a huge fan of the. No.
No, it's huge.
Huge.
Okay, yeah, like huge. Okay, huge.
Okay. Ryan is a huge fan of the game of tag, but would rather narrate
the game
than play it. B.
Okay.
Ryan is a huge fan of football, but he decides to try and play tags instead. C. After being left out of the game for a long time, Ryan becomes a tag commentator. And D. After being left out of the game for a long time, Ryan gets to join a game of tag. What's the letter?
Hi, teacher.
Teacher, in my opinion, yes. In my opinion, is letter C. After being left.
Okay.
Okay.
Do the other students agree with Ghislaine, or is there anyone that has a different opinion?
I agree with her.
Okay. Is there anyone else? Regina?
I put letter C, but I think B. Ryan like very much football.
That part is okay, but read the
But
second
decide to
part.
try and play to tag instead, no.
No, that part
No.
is not correct. The first
Yes.
part, yes. Okay. The
Yeah.
second part is not correct. So the correct letter is letter C.
Yeah. C. Okay.
Okay. Tainá, just to help you with your pronunciation, remember that when you have H, you pronounce like the R in Portuguese. It's a strong sound. Like if I say my name is Roberto, that's the pronunciation of the age in English, like huge. That's why I say huge. Okay. On the other hand, when you have any word in American English or Canadian English that begins with an R, you pronounce the R like the mineiros when they say, for instance, porta, portão, porteira. You see, so here I have two examples of huge. You see, I pronounce like huge, okay? And here, I don't say header. I say rather or porta, rather. You roll your tone, okay? Rather, okay?
Okay.
Would rather is the same of prefer. Okay, Ghislaine, can you please ask Regina for number 6? Read it, give her the alternatives, she answers it.
Yes. Read this paragraph from the text.
Paragraph.
Paragraph from the text.
Text.
Ryan froze. Test. Ryan froze. He had not been eat for a long time. He didn't know what to do. The rest of the players stopped too and stared at him. If he
Okay.
moved, would they move too, or would they stand there, waiting for him to keep embarrassing himself and get off the playground? Why might the author have included
Yes.
the author have included the two questions in this paragraph? A.
Paragraph.
Paragraph. Paragraph. A. To show that Ryan is asking these questions in his head while he is frozen. B. To show that the rest of the players are asking Ryan questions while he is frozen. C. To ask the reader what he or she thinks should happen next in the story. D. To hint that the author does not know what will happen next in the story.
I think that the letter A is more correct.
Is more appropriate. Yes.
Yes.
You are agree?
Okay. What about the other students?
I
I
agree.
don't know. I want to know the opinion of the other students.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so you got one? Yes.
I agree with Regina.
What about Ghislaine, Tainá? Do you
I
think,
think,
Marcia, do you think Regina is right?
I put
This
B.
letter C, no?
For me, it's little A too.
Okay, so you have a very important opinion from Salvador, okay? That is a considerable opinion, okay? The guy that wins a call from his boss must be a very important person in Salvador, okay? My boss never gave me even a steak. Imagine a cow, okay?
This is not important.
You must be, I am not, you must be, okay? So, are we going to agree with letter A or Ghislaine, you think it's letter C, you said, or B?
My teacher, I think is letter C.
To ask the reader what he or she thinks should happen next in the story. So you think like the author was asking us our opinion? You see? So when you're writing
Maybe not.
something, is the opinion of the readers important for you to write it or no?
Maybe not.
Okay, good. Maybe not. You're right. So actually, the boy, he liked to narrate everything, understand? And when he was not narrating, he was just imagining things. So probably letter A is the best because to show that he was asking this question in his head, like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen now? If I run, are they going to run too? Okay. If I move, are they going to move too? Or if I stand here, are they going to stand here? Okay. So the best possible answer, I agree, it's letter A. But let's talk about pronunciation. Okay, quit. Okay, waiting for him to quit. Can you say that? Quit. Okay, Ghislaine?
Okay, okay.
And here, this verb here is stared, not started. Okay? It has no connection with a star. The verb is to stare. Do you understand this verb?
Yes.
It's when you keep, when you keep looking at a person for a long time. Everybody was staring at him. Okay? So the pronunciation is stare. And just one more here. Oh, here we say would. Okay? Would, like the W you pronounce always, always, oo. Okay, so it's would, they move to, all right? Okay. Now, Regina, can you read question number 7 and ask Marcia, give her the alternatives and for the right answer, please?
Yes, teacher. Choose the answer below that best completes the sentence. Raya wanted to play tag. The other kids didn't want to play tag with him. Letter A, does.
Oh.
Letter B, all. Does.
Does. Yes. Not to confuse with does. Okay? Does. Does. Also.
Also. B, also. Letter C, like. The letter D, but. What's what shoes? What's the correct question?
I put B.
Yes, sir.
But.
Answered. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Everyone. Okay. So you got one yes. Is there any other yes? 3 yes, she wins. Is there any other yes? Antônio, Gislaine, Tainá. Is it letter D, but?
Yes, but.
Yes.
D, but.
Yes. Thus, yes. Thus is used to introduce a consequence of something. Also, it's not possible. Like means in a similar way. It's not the verb, okay? And the connector here is but, which shows a contrast between the two actions. He wanted to play, but the other kids didn't want to play. So, but is the best possible answer. Marcia, can you please read question number 8 and let me see who is sitting next to you. It's Erica. Erica is gonna answer number 8.
8. Why does Ryan pretend to be a commentator during the games of tag? Erica?
He pretended to be a commentator because nobody really wanted him to play tag. He'd never understood why, but when he joined the game, nobody would chase him.
Chase.
Chase.
Okay. And Erica, your answer is beautiful. The only thing you mispronounced it, you said rim.
Him?
Yeah, him.
Him.
Yes, him. Okay?
Okay.
But the answer was pretty good. Very good, in fact. Can you ask Antonio, number 9?
Okay. Antonio, how does Ryan feel immediately after Angela tags him and makes him eat, but before he starts running? Support your answer with the evidence from the test.
Immediately.
Immediately.
Yes. Any idea, Antonio?
I don't know now.
In this case, there is no alternative. I don't know
Yes.
what. Oh, try to remember. Did he start running, chasing the other kids, or he froze? Or you don't remember when the girl poked him in the stomach, like here, in this part here. Oh, because I'm it. Why aren't you running? I'm it. And that means you are supposed to run. Ryan shrugged. She poked him in the stomach. Fine, now you are it. Ryan froze. Understand? Froze.
Yes.
He paralyzed. He froze. He didn't know what to do. Understand? The answer could be very simple. Like, what did he do after Angela poked him and made him eat? He froze. He couldn't do anything. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know if he would run, okay? If the other kids would enjoy him participating on the game. He froze, completely froze, okay?
It was embarrassing.
He was embarrassing or he was embarrassed?
Embarrassed.
Embarrassed.
Oh, he froze. He was embarrassing. Good morning, Marcia. Or he was embarrassed.
Embarrassed because it refers to he.
Yes, he was embarrassed. The situation was embarrassing. Understand? So you could even say, it was embarrassing for him to be it. Okay? Because he didn't know what to do. Or, oh, he froze. He was completely embarrassed. All right?
Okay.
Antonio, could you please ask Tainá question number 10?
How does Ryan feel after he starts run and participating in the game of tag? Use evidence from the text to support your answer.
I put her to pounding and springs. I don't know.
I couldn't understand the beginning. Can you read it again, please?
Hurt, pounding, and
Her?
spring. Hurt.
Her.
No.
Ryan.
Heart.
His heart
His heart.
was pounding.
Pound. And springs.
No, it's not good. No, because, pay attention to the question. Let's look at the question again. How does Ryan feel after he starts running and participating in the game of tag? How does he feel after he starts running and participating? Okay, you could even start with his heart was pounding. Like boom, 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 boom. You could even listen to his heart. Okay? So we are right here.
We can say
Here.
Ryan was undaunted. This will be his hour.
It is possible. Okay? His heart was pounding. Okay? And, okay, Taina, because you have two verbs there. Spring is a verb. So if you use a verb, you need to use a subject. Okay? So his heart, I could even say, like using this part here, I could say, his heart was pounding. Okay?
Yes.
Pounding. And I need a connector. He started springing into action. Yes, we can say that. Springing into action. Trying to chase the other or one of the other participants. Okay, how did you answer, Erika?
I said Ryan was undaunted. This will be his hour.
Okay, Ryan, you see, everything must be in the same tense. Ryan was undaunted. This
will be.
Would be. Oh, isn't this verb in the past?
Yes. No.
So
yes.
you cannot use so you cannot use will here. Okay?
Okay.
This would be his hour. His turn. His time. Okay? Something like this. It would also be okay, but not will. Because if you start with a verb in the past, you cannot use the past and then the future. Okay?
Okay.
You have to keep it in the past.
Okay.
Any question? Any question about this?
I don't remember the meaning of springing. I was late yesterday.
Okay, it's an idiom here. Spring into action. It means he just started acting. Understand?
Okay.
He jumped into action. It's the same.
Okay. Thank you.
He muttered. Muttered is when you say something to yourself. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Usually, you see a lot of old people walking on the street muttering. You know, like they are always talking to themselves. Okay, they are not talking to anyone. Okay.
Okay.
Any other question, Antonio, Dirce, Regina, Gislaine, Tainá, Márcia, Mário, Érica? No questions?
No questions.
Okay.
No, teacher.
Very good then. So I can close here and I can open the next screen, okay, which will make somebody very happy here. Okay, share again. Yes, it's good. Now, good. Do you recognize this photograph, Antonio? Is it somewhere that you are familiar with?
Yes, is Pelourinho in Salvador.
Okay. Is it safe to walk there at night now?
More or less, depends. If we went
It depends of what. If you are
alone can be.
alone
If we went to alone in Pelourinho
at night.
at night, it's dangerous. Can be.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Because I remember when I went to Salvador, I stayed in a hotel just down this street. It was called Luxor, Convento, something like this, you know? It was just down here. And my wife wanted to come for dinner in one of these houses here where there's
Convento do Carmo.
Exactly. Luxor, Convento do Carmo. Exactly. That's the hotel. And my wife wanted to come for dinner in a restaurant that was somewhere here in this green or this pink house. I remember that it was just a few blocks. Okay. And then we took a shower, we changed the clothes. When we were going out, it was like 8 o'clock in the evening. There was a doorman at the hotel. And the guy, oh, where are you going? I said, excuse me? Where are you going, sir? I said, I'm going to have dinner. Where? Well, just up the street. Oh, I'm going to call a taxi for you. I said, a taxi? No, it's only like 2 blocks or 3 blocks. No. Don't go. If you walk up the street, you are going to be assaulted. I said, oh, it's not possible. Oh, yes, it's very much possible. Don't go. The hotel, yeah, it was very interesting. The hotel will provide the taxi for you. It's not even necessary to pay. And when you finish your dinner, you can call the hotel and we'll send a taxi back. It was very funny because the taxi came, but this street was not possible to go up. The taxi had to go all the way down, made a very long ride just to come to the restaurant. That was only 3 blocks, okay? So
did you stay in Convento do Carmo?
Yes. Yeah.
Rich man.
Rich man.
The more expensive.
Is it the most expensive hotel there?
Yes. Very expensive.
Why don't you ask me a different question? Ask me if I like it. No, I didn't like it, okay? It was exotic, it was interesting, but I didn't like it, okay?
Yeah,
First, the decoration inside of the rooms, they were all antiques from the time of the original convento, okay? So the bed was not very wide. The bed was very narrow. And I was afraid of falling off the bed. So I slept like this. Oh. Understand? I didn't even move because I was afraid, okay? And the entrance to the room was very funny. It was about here. So to enter my room, I had to go down because the rooms were very old. They were original rooms. Understand? So I didn't like it, but it was funny. Maybe what you said makes sense because my wife and I, we were the only Brazilians at the hotel. All the other guests were not Brazilian, okay? So it was interesting. It must be an interesting hotel for foreigners, for gringos, okay? But anyway, this passage is about a girl, an American girl, who is going to Salvador. Okay, when I saw it, I thought, Antonio is gonna like this. But without looking at the passage, I'd like you to listen to the passage and try to understand if she's happy, if she's worried, if she's concerned. How is she feeling about moving to Salvador? Okay, try to understand basically this. Details are details. I don't care. If you can understand if she's happy or not happy, or she's not happy at the beginning, she's happy at the end, that's not important. This is what you have to understand, all right? Just signal me if you're listening okay or not.
Cindy Goes to Salvador by Readworks.
Okay.
Joanna said, Cindy is going to Brazil next Friday. Mona and Lydia had come to her house for a play date. Her big sister Beth was with them too. Cindy hadn't come yet. Her mother wanted her to get started on packing. They were going to Salvador on the northeast coast of Brazil. Cindy's father had been talking about it for 6 months, but the girls thought it wouldn't happen, and now she was going. They could not stop her. Cindy was very sad when she came. She said she didn't want to go. She didn't even know where Salvador was, but she knew it was very far and she wouldn't see her friends every day. How would she get there? How would she take all her books and toys and clothes? And she could not take her house or her dog Biscuit. Where would she live? Cindy wanted to hide in Joanna's house so her parents couldn't take her away. But wouldn't they find her sometime? How would Cindy find out more about what it would be like? It's easy. There are a number of ways to solve problems like this. We can use designs, sketches, or physical models to figure it out, said Beth. Joanna took the atlas out. It was a book with many maps. Beth helped them find Salvador. See, Cindy? Here we are in North America, and Salvador is in Brazil, in South America. It's not so far, Cindy said, looking at the map. No, it isn't, Mona added. And look here, Sao Paulo is in Brazil too. They have a pancake festival there every year in the summer. Cindy was excited now. I love pancakes. Draw a sketch. Lydia took out a sketch pad and some pencils and gave them to Cindy. Now imagine, she said to her, you will be living in a new house. Isn't that wonderful? Joanna said, let's see how we want your new home to be. The girls started drawing. Well, that's what people do before they build a new house, said Beth. They drew many rooms for Cindy's books, her clothes, and her new dog, who would also be called Biscuit. Cindy looked at the drawing. She decided to take it home for her parents. They needn't worry about the new house now. She had a plan. Design a model. But how will I get there? And will I be able to take all my things? The girls knew she would be going in an airplane, but none of them had ever traveled in one. Does a plane have wings? How does it fly? Will it carry all of Cindy's things too? Now Beth gave them each a colored origami paper. They made their own airplanes. As they were doing that, Beth explained to them how airplanes worked, where the engine was, where the pilot sat, and where Cindy's books and toys would be kept. They saw the wings, just like a bird's. They flew them all around the room. Cindy would be flying too, all the way to Salvador. Now, wouldn't that be fun? Lydia asked. Cindy could imagine Sao Paulo, the pancakes, the plane, and another biscuit. She was finally excited. Just then, Joanna's mother walked in with the phone. Cindy's father wanted to know when he could pick her up. Now, she said.
That's it. How was it? Did you understand the idea?
Yes.
Yes.
Was the little girl happy at the beginning about moving to Salvador?
No.
No, sad.
She was sad, yes. Can you try to imagine how old this girl is? Is she like more than 10 or less than 10? Or it's not possible?
It's younger.
But okay,
don't
more
know.
than 10 or less than 10?
Less.
Less. I think less too.
Yes.
Me 3, yes. I think it's less than 10, yes, because she had no experience. She didn't know anything. She was afraid of leaving her house, her dog. And then her friends were trying to stimulate her, to encourage her to go. They were trying to imagine how she would transport her books, her toys, like if she was a teenager, she would not be worried about the friends, the toys, the books. She would be worried about the boyfriend, the cell phone, if the cell phone was going to work down in Brazil or not, things like this. But the little girl, no, she was worried about her dog, about her toys, okay? And what was one of the reasons why she got excited about moving to Salvador? It's a reason that, honestly, I never heard of.
Pancakes in São Paulo?
Yeah, Erica, Marcia, is there any pancake festival in São Paulo every year in the summer?
I never heard about this.
I never see.
I never heard this. So I don't know where the girls got this idea, okay? And and it's so funny because they talked like, oh, it's near São Paulo. There is a pancake festival there. Just like she can walk to the pancake festival from Salvador, São Paulo. Right? They have no idea of the distance. We're talking like going from Miami to New York, okay? Practically it's about the same. It's very far away, okay?
Are
So-
there a festival pancakes in São Paulo?
No, the girls from São Paulo. Yeah, the girls from São Paulo said they have never heard. I have never heard. Never heard about it.
If
Okay.
it was Festa Junina,
Yeah,
Oh,
feijoada.
yes, but pay attention. She said a pancake festival in the summer.
And summer.
Summer is December, January, February. It's not June, July. So it's not Festa Junina, okay? Our June parties, no.
Okay.
So it's very strange. I never heard of this. But anyway, I'm showing you the passage now. I'd like you to try to listen, observe the pronunciation as carefully as you can. Write down the words that you don't understand, and then later we can read and you can ask me, all right? I'm going to play it again for you. Listen, but now you follow.
Cindy goes to Salvador. I read works.
Oops.
Joanna said, Cindy is going to Brazil next Friday. Mona and Lydia had come to her house for a play date. Her big sister Beth was with them too. Cindy hadn't come yet. Her mother wanted her to get started on packing. They were going to Salvador on the northeast coast of Brazil. Cindy's father had been talking about it for 6 months, but the girls thought it wouldn't happen, and now she was going. They could not stop her. Cindy was very sad when she came. She said she didn't want to go. She didn't even know where Salvador was, but she knew it was very far and she wouldn't see her friends every day. How would she get there? How would she take all her books and toys and clothes? And she could not take her house or her dog Biscuit. Where would she live? Cindy wanted to hide in Joanna's house so her parents couldn't take her away. But wouldn't they find her sometime? How would Cindy find out more about what it would be like? It's easy. There are a number of ways to solve problems like this. We can use designs, sketches, or physical models to figure it out, said Beth. Joanna took the atlas out. It was a book with many maps. Beth helped them find Salvador. See, Cindy? Here we are in North America, and Salvador is in Brazil, in South America. It's not so far, Cindy said, looking at the map. No, it isn't, Mona added. And look here, Sao Paulo is in Brazil too. They have a pancake festival there every year in the summer. Cindy was excited now. I love pancakes. Draw a sketch. Lydia took out a sketch pad and some pencils and gave them to Cindy. Now imagine, she said to her, you will be living in a new house. Isn't that wonderful? Joanna said, let's see how we want your new home to be. The girls started drawing. Well, that's what people do before they build a new house, said Beth. They drew many rooms for Cindy's books, her clothes, and her new dog, who would also be called Biscuit. Cindy looked at the drawing. She decided to take it home for her parents. They needn't worry about the new house now. She had a plan. Design a model. But how will I get there? And will I be able to take all my things? The girls knew she would be going in an airplane, but none of them had ever traveled in one. Does a plane have wings? How does it fly? Will it carry all of Cindy's things too? Now Beth gave them each a colored origami paper. They made their own airplanes. As they were doing that, Beth explained to them how airplanes worked, where the engine was, where the pilot sat, and where Cindy's books and toys would be kept. They saw the wings, just like a bird's. They flew them all around the room. Cindy would be flying too, all the way to Salvador. Now, wouldn't that be fun? Lydia asked. Cindy could imagine Sao Paulo, the pancakes, the plane, and another biscuit. She was finally excited. Just then, Joanna's mother walked in with the phone. Cindy's father wanted to know when he could pick her up. Now, she said.
Okay. Was it difficult or no? Piece of cake.
No.
No.
You see,
No.
Erica, I'm doing something here just to show you what I told you a few minutes ago.
All the sentences in the past.
Can you observe?
Yes.
You are narrating something that happened. She gave, this verb establishes all the rest. They made, okay.
Okay.
As they were doing, Beth explained to them how airplanes worked, where the engine was, where the pilot sat, where Cindy books and toys would, not will, be kept. They saw the wings, just like a bird's. They flew them around. Ooh, Cindy would be flying too, all the way to Salvador. You see? Did you observe?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
start, if the first verb that you start a paragraph with is in the past, you must follow that until the end of the paragraph. Understand?
Okay.
And it's interesting because even though this takes place in the United States, there is a very British expression here. They needn't. Have you ever seen this?
Yes.
This is not common in the United States. In the USA, okay, they would probably say they didn't need to worry. But in the UK, in Malta, in Ireland, they say they needn't worry. Okay? They use the verb to need as an auxiliary verb. That is not common in the United States. Okay? All right. Was there any word that you heard that you have never heard of before that you were really confused, or no, not really? That's for everyone. Dirce, Tainá, Márcia, Gislaine, Antônio, Regina, Érica, Mário. Packing, yes?
Yes. I'm looking for, but
Like here at the beginning, right at
Yes.
the beginning.
yes.
Yes. Her mother wanted her to get started on packing. Márcia, do you remember when you came back to Brazil from
Yes.
Malta? Never forget, probably, huh?
Yes.
Didn't you have a lot of things to bring back to Brazil with you?
No.
No? Okay. Let's suppose you didn't have many things, but did you bring the things in your hand, or did you put the things in a bag or in a suitcase?
In a bag.
Okay. This is the action of packing.
Yes.
Understand? Packing is the action of putting things into bags or suitcases or in a luggage, okay? In luggage, whatever, okay? So the mother wanted her to get started on packing, doing her bags, okay?
Okay.
Another question or no? Just something critical. No? Okay. We can stop here for today. Tomorrow we'll read these. We'll discuss any other question that you might have, and then we'll do the comprehension. Okay?
Teacher, there isn't this test in material. No?
I sent everyone today.
Ah, okay. Thank you, teacher.
I sent by email, and I also
Okay. Okay.
put it in the Telegram group.
Okay. I don't see that. Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, you can look there. It's there.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure that I sent you these and the another thing, right?
All right.
And
Okay.
the correction to some of your exercises too. Okay.
Okay.
See you guys later. See you guys tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much for watching my class. It was a pleasure to have you here, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. All right, same time, same place, same teacher. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye now.
teacher.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Tchau, bye bye, guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.